Hi, we are rambling today about the department's May 2022 paper 1, question 10.2. We are nearing the end of the paper. Let's see. A and B are two independent events, i.e. the outcome of one does not influence the outcome of the other. The probability of A happening is 0,4 and the probability of A or B happening is 0,88. Calculate the probability of B. Please note that being independent doesn't mean they are mutually exclusive, i.e. if A happens, it doesn't mean B can't happen, right? So B and A, there is a chance that both of them can happen simultaneously, right? So the reason I say that is please don't fall into the trap of saying the probability of B is going to be this minus this. No. Right, remember that independent is, for example, if I roll a die, the probability that the number is going to be even, that's not a good example. Not a good example, sorry. I was going to say if I roll a die, the probability that the number is even and that the number is prime, those are actually not independent. The chances that the number is prime, if it is even, are different to the chances of it being prime if it is odd. So that's actually not a good example of those are not independent events. Prime and even are not independent events. The one does influence the other. Anyway, good example is if you roll two separate die, the probability of getting a 2 over here and the probability of getting a 3 over there, those probabilities do not influence each other at all. The chances of getting a 3 will be 1 over 6. The chances of getting a 2 on the first die will be 1 over 6, no matter what you get on the other die. Anyway, right. So, what we know about independent events, the special thing about them is, and this is a very important thing to remember, the probability of A and B happening is the same as the probability of A times the probability of B. And we know that the probability of A or B happening is probability of A plus probability of B minus the probability of A and B happening. Also a very important property to remember, very basic like fundamental thing to remember about probabilities. So we know that the probability of A or B happening is 0,88. The probability of A happening is 0,4. We do not know what the probability of B is. We do know that the probability of A and B is the same as the probability of A times the probability of B. So I'm just going to write this again as 0,4 times probability of B, right? So the unknown, we just have one unknown, which is the probability of B. So I'm going to move this guy over, minus 0,4 on both sides. So then we have 0,48 is equal to, and then I'm going to factor out the common probability of B. So I'm going to be left with 1 minus 0,4. So that is going to be 0,6 times the probability of B. And then we can divide through by 0,6. So we'll have 0,48 over 0,6 is equal to probability of B. I think that's 80%. Right. So the probability of B is equal to 0,8 or 4 over 5. Right. So let's see what the memo has to say about our thinking. And we are right. Yay, we are so right. So, nice gentle question where it was just so important. The two key things were right here. These were the key things that you needed to remember. So, remember them. Sharp.